have a stronger flower, and it warms my cold heart.
The Sigil of Frost. Headmistress told me so much about you, and now at last we meet. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
You look just like your mother. I'll not lose her again. I shall freeze hell in its entirety if that is what it takes to get her back. You'll help me, won't you, granddaughter?
Grandmother.
Melinoi, I was certain you were gone. Scarce born, only to be taken by Chronos, along with my daughter and those nearest her. But the Witch of the Crossroads got you out of there, did she? How could she not send word?
Possible exchange.
When bright Apollo gathered us and announced that his twin sister, whilst out hunting for our enemies, stumbled upon a long-lost relative with the Witch of the Crossroads, why, I was overjoyed and furious at once.
The Sigil of Frost.
The first time your mother was lost to me, the Witch of the Crossroads emerged from the shadows to light my way as I searched to the ends of the earth. We found not a thing, but at least I was not alone.
Rest for now in peace.
You know, I always felt a kinship with Hecate. Seldom, though, we saw each other. She never seemed to want for children of her own, but the fates delivered you to her anyhow. I detested Chronos even in my youth, almost as much as my own Titan father. We took our vengeance, though, on Chronos, Hyperion, and the rest. But I was a fool to think we'd never see any of them again. Your father was sullen and difficult, even whilst young, quite honestly. What my daughter saw in him, I could not. Yet my Kore, as I called her, she would brighten around him. You inherited your mother's flaxen hair, and seemingly her force of will. Greenery would burst to life for her. The dead would too, if but they could. Within the reaches of my heart not yet grown cold, I know she still is safe.
They got through.
I miss your mother terribly, and your brother as well. He was my little sprout. Chronos must have ensnared him with the others in your father's house. The unforgivable wretch.
We're settled.
I wonder if the vile pomegranate fruit yet grows in your underworld. It holds a power there that I do not abide. A mere taste of its blood-like seeds can be very dangerous indeed.
Switch to a rarer boon.
Ah, you bear the blessing of Poseidon. Surely such a loud and blustering god must have more than sufficient might to back it up. Your fair cousin Apollo wields the light that mortals so cherish, for it brings them warmth, melting away my snow. With my permission, of course. His power shall only help you so much.
The shadows dissipate. Out of my sight.
Why, you even got the elusive god of the Forge to crawl out of his cave. To think that all it took was this terrible infighting with our forebear to bring our family closer together.
Enough.
So Hestia gave you her gift of flame. Normally, the old miser wants nothing to do with any of us, not even her sisters. But extraordinary times do call for extraordinary measures. You're hurt. Your partly mortal blood's to blame. And so am I, for having fallen into love with a mere farm boy once.
The frosty blessing of Elder Goddess Demeter, as I like to call her, to which she threatens to freeze my oceans, to which I apologize profusely, and we move on.
Such rage it must have felt. See that?
I keep forgetting you're Demeter's grandkid. Can't stand being around her myself. Nothing personal, mind, I just can't get anything done when it's so blasted cold.
Greetings, witch. A chill swept through the air as you approach. Unseasonably cold. Though perhaps it is as Demeter desires. She aids you, does she not?
She does. She knew me for her granddaughter at once. Have you had opportunity to speak with her about me and all that's transpired?
No. I've been a bit preoccupied. At least here, Demeter shall be able to cool her wrath against me for keeping you a secret for so long. The all-consuming flame! At last. I sense that Demeter is with you once again. I suspected she would either be among the first to lend support or to refuse.
Could you not have told her about me, headmistress? To have lost her daughter and grandchildren. I cannot imagine her sorrow.
It was a painful choice to leave her in the dark. She would have gone to war immediately, but our task requires patience, as you know. Crossed flames burn.
Grandmother. To think the goddess of seasons herself is my grandmother. I am honored to have made your acquaintance.
I see the Witch of the Crossroads taught you not just strength, but grace. I hereby accept your offering, and have something for you as well.
A gift from grandmother.
We are connected, not unlike that sheaf of barley which you have. Each stem is broken easily, and yet the bunch is strong. Each different, and yet all very much alike.
Lady Demeter, I'm grateful for your strength. This is hardly fitting in exchange, but please accept it.
It seems there are such youth today as still can show my generation due respect. I am pleased my own granddaughter is such an example.
To the goddess whose power truly is the lifeblood of our world, it's by your grace that such an offering of nectar may exist at all.
Our flower, surely there are other matters weighing heavily upon you now. More so than honoring your elders in the customary way? Nevertheless, I'm grateful for this, truly.